a different topic. The president's hosting the Quad Summit in Wilmington, Delaware. We also understand that he's hosting bilateral meetings with those world leaders at his private home. And what we currently understand is that the press will not be allowed into that bilateral meeting. Can you explain why this is the administration that held itself out as the most transparent in history, and that is not transparency?
Okay. Let's talk about the other things that are happening over the course of the Quad Summit. Look, we have stated one of the reasons we talked about having the Quad Summit in Wilmington is because the president believes how powerful it is to have that personal relationships, and he wants to certainly he has developed personal relationships with members of the Quad, and he wants to he took it a step further, obviously, by having them in his hometown, and so. Diplomacy he sees as personal, politics is personal, foreign policy is personal, but we do believe there is going to be plenty of opportunities for press to have access. And I'll just to walk through a couple of things that we are going to be providing, and the availability that you all will have. The Quad will have extensive press access and will be covered by all four countries' pools. There will be 3 individual leader greets at Archmere Academy, where the president attended school. There will be a Quad family photo. There will be 2 major events, including a leaders level meeting of the Quad at a Newsy Cancer moonshot event. And press will also see all of the leaders depart on Saturday evening after their intimate leaders dinner. In addition to these coverage opportunities, we're going to be arranging briefings, 2 briefings that NSC is going to be providing to the press pool. It's going to be NSC folks who are focused on the subject matter, who will be available to all of you and answer some questions. And so I think that's going to be really important. Look, this is a private dinner. This is continuing the personal relationships that he has, fostering those personal relationships that he has with the leaders of the Quad. But there's going to be many other opportunities for the press to see exactly what's happening, to see some handshakes.
We're not going to see those private dinners. We're not going to see those bilateral meetings at his house. I mean, when President Bush hosted foreign leaders in Crawford, the pool was invited. When President Trump hosted foreign leaders in Mar-a-Lago, I also didn't mention a press conference.
Yeah, and for this particular Quad Summit, we're not going to have a press conference. We don't have a press conference for every leader summit or event that we have. In this particular scenario, when it comes to these private meetings, there won't be. That's going to be obviously at his home. We're not going to have access there, but there are plenty of other opportunities where we believe that will be very fruitful for the press. There's going to see some opportunities to see the president engage with the Quad leaders, and I think that's important too.